Greetings, everybody. There's some issues I want to touch on today that aren't so much about me personally, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up, and I think this will really pretty much finish everything. If we don't continue to record, there are many gang stalking information sites that you can access online. There are a few books now, I think, about this, and I'm in the process of writing one myself. So, and I'll let you all know when that is done, but I'm leery of giving too much information because there tends to be a pattern where if you are an entrepreneur and you're a minority, especially a female, you tend to be more of a prey, more of prey for white business companies, business owners, and black, and just the government, just people in general, prey to them. So there's really no way you can protect yourself because in my situation, because it's linked to white supremacy and local racism, and they invaded my privacy, they know about my accounts and things, they can really block you. So your recourse is to complain to the companies that you're having issues with, and then basically they still don't have to do anything because they're not really doing anything either. Nobody's doing anything. So what we have to do as consumers is just award the companies that appreciate business and are smart enough to know that without our business they won't flourish. We award them, and the ones that feel that they can trample over us because the government allows them to, and they're just monster corporations, and the government has them on their payroll, and they can basically not provide us with the resources that they should provide everybody with. If you're paying, we just have to boycott those companies. And I'm leery of giving the names of those, but because I feel that for instance, Microsoft, I get a lot of my accounts blocked. I have a lot of issues with not receiving my emails. That just started about a year or two ago. I know that Bill Gates and I hate to even say his name, and George Bush, they're affiliated. If you go to Yahoo Finance and go under SEC filings, and also investors and corporate governance, any company, if you want to know about who's investing or who's in charge, review their corporate governance page. The website has opened up so many avenues of information for regular consumers that it's just ridiculous. So that's one benefit that the internet has. And though there's a lot of hacking and a lot of things that are going on, I'm too busy to really shoot the breeze and chit chat and stuff like that. I use the web to promote my business and to communicate and network. But it's limited in that if your accounts are hacked, then you may not get the business that you deserve. Now, so today I want to discuss the process of free enterprise. I don't want to get too political. There's a lot of stuff going on. I just read about an Oklahoma shooting. And there's been some shootings in Florida again. I think at a college or somewhere. I don't know, there's been some shootings in Florida, and then the young man Trayvon, and my issues with the local police and things, and the government that are really, really, really ugly. And so I'm trying to stay focused and not complain so much, but I want to talk about the business of free enterprise. America is not for a free enterprise. This is something that, this is my opinion, and I can actually back it up with the evidence. If I wasn't smart enough, if God hadn't given me the brains and the tools, and I wasn't smart enough, if He didn't give me the intelligence enough to survive the things that I survived, I would not have survived. And that goes for a lot of people. So I just want to say that we as women business owners and minorities on top of that, in the past there have been grants and things that are catered to minority women, but I can't get those, and the government hates my guts. So what do? And then they block the free enterprise. So I don't ask for handouts. I never did. I worked all my life. My first job was at McDonald's. I was only 16, I think 15. And I've been working ever since, and I started my way through telecommunication companies, answering inbound calls and going outbound calls. And so from there, then I went into the corporate America went on up in that. I always wanted to be own my own business. So I did what I had to do, and I never had the leisure of just shooting the breeze too much. And so from there, I went into the insurance industry as a claims adjuster and customer service. I didn't do a lot of customer service phones after I left AT&T. After I left McDonald's, I think AT&T was my next job, and I was there about a year, and then I went back. So, you know, that's when they had the temporary staffing. I went there. I worked at Blue Cross as a temporary and as a full-time employee. Humana, all the major companies. Just visit some of our sites. I think I have some of that information there. But I grew up in corporate America. And to be forced into really having to support myself because of the issues stemming from my private life invading and going over into corporate America, I didn't know what was going on and how the two were connected, the issues that were going on with the local people here. But I think what has happened is, like I said, I've always been a spectacle of some of these people around here, these cops that are abusing their positions, and these senators and things, and even now within the government they call it benefits. And I don't want to get into that virtual targeting and that sexual service thing I heard about. I don't want to go there. But that has nothing to do with me. You cannot own a human being. And the last I heard, slavery ended with the proclamation of the Emancipation Proclamation that Abraham Lincoln released and signed. And so, though we are free, we are not free. So I don't want to preach today, and all of this really seems null and void because I really feel like everybody's doing what they want to do, and it's just the luck of the draw. So I don't want to spend too much time complaining and going over this, but I just kind of want to tell you what options you do have. Okay, and so we don't waste our time, and so that we know what we have to do. I told you yesterday about Google and YouTube. God forbid that they're ever taken off the internet, because there's a wealth of information on the internet, and you want to make sure that you use reputable sources. So there are quite a few small reputable companies and resources online too. So I just wanted to kind of go over switching thoughts here, but Obama talks a lot about, and I don't want to get into the election because I think that's why they're bombarding me so much. They want to know what I think. Well, what I think is there's nobody who's good enough or sincere enough in their plans for America. So you make your own decision, America. But what I want to talk about is black business. He does talk a lot about black businesses, but I don't see the results of it personally. And for America to care about Americans have to care about those things, such as how am I going to make it if I can't go into corporate America because it's all messed up, so there's some issues, and then maybe they're just not hiring. So we should be able to benefit from our own hard work without being bombarded or railroaded by corporate America, the big ones, the big hogs, the hogs, and the Senate and the government. We should be able to thrive accordingly to our works, and that is what I have not been able to do. I told you kind of what has been going on with that yesterday with the businesses and the misroutes of my orders and not receiving my orders. So I have not, to be honest, had the opportunity to thrive as I should have had. Now I have some issues going on in the area which have put everything on the back burner and caused me some issues. And I just saw a video today. It says that students who aren't beaten or bullied thrive better than students who are bullied and beaten and tortured. So that goes for me. If I had been able to just do what I had to do, I think I would be rich. I really, really do. I don't think maybe if I had the resources and if I was able to get the grants like a lot of the white companies get and things like that, I think I would be very wealthy. So I just want to say that this is not a free enterprise, and we as Americans have to fight back, and it sounds like it's complaining, but if you don't voice your opinion and you don't voice what's happening to you, nobody will know. So you know, what do we do from here? The companies that are on the government payroll, we don't have to give them our money. We don't have to give them our money. It's our money. So you think about the next time you spend money, does that company care about, is that company, they don't have to care about you as a person, this is business, but are they fair? Are they moving out of the way for new business owners that are coming into the industries, various business industries? Or are they being pigs and invading your privacy and doing all sorts of things and hacking your computers? It's not fair. And I just also wanted to say, if those companies had not been allowed loans and grants, nobody was born, I don't think, not a lot of people with silver spoons in their mouths. Even with these rich rappers, everybody had to have an opportunity. And if they had started when they started, and they were being blocked like I'm being blocked, or your accounts are being hacked, or their growth was being stunted, or they were being, I don't know what conditions they grew up in, but for regular business owners, the very wealthy business owners of today, if they had to face the issues we had to face, they wouldn't be rich unless they are dibbling and dabbling in things that I don't want to get into. I want to do this in a legal way, an ordinary way, a day-to-day way, working 8 to 7. Just working, doing what I got to do. So, I just want to suggest that, you know, let's stop giving them our money and our money. And this is an issue that's associated with gas, blood oil, and that's the truth. We, as Americans in various countries where the oil is found and derived from, we're being slaughtered. And so I don't want to complain anymore. This is what's going on. If you have some suggestions on what we can do as Americans to stop the bloodshed, to begin to actually see the results of a free economy operating in America, then please respond back. That is what I want to talk about now. We know the issues. We know that minorities are not being allowed fair and equal treatment in corporate America, in colleges, within the government and the system. And now it's going on into our personal lives. It's enough. Enough is enough. So let's talk about free enterprise now. If you have any information or suggestions, if you're a business owner that has made it somehow and have faced some obstacles that I've talked about facing, I would love to hear from you. This is Focus Farah. Please feel free to email me at focusfarah@yahoo.com or visit our website at corporatelynchingvictims.webs.com. Thank you.